Good morning. Welcome back to Shralp Stories. Thanks everyone for tuning back in last week. We did a raw wave Wednesday. We did a Shralp in the morning. Wait, this is way further out. Never mind. Scratch that. Good morning, people. Welcome back to Shralp Stories. Thanks everyone for tuning back in. Thanks for all the comments. I like reading through it. It's really fun. I know I've said that a bunch, but it does mean a lot to me when I see you guys engaging and see what you guys think about things. Whether you hate it or love it, I still like to see it. So that being said, today we're going to talk about surfing backside. So looking over your shoulder while you're surfing and what you need to do, how you need to put your feet, knees, arms, whatever. We're going to kind of go into detail about backside surfing. So there may not be many backside waves, but we're gonna pull some up for you from the archives. So come on for a Shralp and we'll have a chat after. All right, let's go. Oh, that was so sick. All right, so we're back from the Shralp. It was firing, and there wasn't many friends out today, unfortunately. Tanner and Sarah paddled out later. Liam was out, got a couple waves. It's fun. But let's talk about backside surfing. Grant Ritchie likes to surf backside, right? Yeah. All right, go do it. Backside surfing. You don't really need the board for this, but so when you're surfing backside, you're going to be looking over your shoulder pretty much the whole time. You know, the waves breaking like this, you're always going to be looking over, and you really want to angle your whole body facing forward so that you have more leverage to look back over your shoulder when you want to do a snap or something like that. It's really the same thing as frontside with arms. You always kind of want your front arm pointed over the nose of your board and it'll steer you. Like frontside, you'd be pointing up this way, backside, same thing. So the goal is to be looking over your shoulder, have your back knee bent in, toes and feet. I typically like to angle them forward off the front of the board as much as possible. The more sideways your back foot is, sometimes you'll have more control if it's further back. But for the most part, when I'm going down the line, I like my feet to be angled more forward. And then back knee is always going to be bent in. You know, just like front side too. I mean, it's pretty much the same knee angles, but the main thing is your hips. You really want your hips to be squared off the front of your board So that way you can actually bend and look up at the lip, because when you're coming off the bottom to do a backside top turn, you're gonna be arm out over like this, and your top arm is gonna be pointed up like this, because you're looking so much over that heel side rail and looking up at the lip where you want to hit it. And just like front side too, it all starts with your head, shoulders, hips, knees, then toes. So where you look is where the rest of your body is going to follow. So those are some really good tips for backside turns. Backside tube riding. A lot of people ask me about this in person, not really in comments and things, but a lot of people have trouble with backside tube riding, and I think a lot of it has to do with you really want to be up more on your surfboard rather than back. Because when you're backside barrel riding, you can't really pump and generate speed super well. Mason Ho does it pretty well. If you want to watch some surfing from him in the barrel backside, take some notes on how he moves, where he puts his arms, where he puts his hand, where he grabs, and also where his stance is on his surfboard. You'll notice that typically it's further up, so that you'll have more trim, more plane on your surfboard. You'll stay on top of the water a lot better, and when you hit the foam ball, it's not going to like pick you up and launch you. You'll be able to like ride through it and push through it like a train. So you want to get really low. Oh, I'm so sore. But you want to get really low, put your back leg, your back knee down on your board like that, and you kind of sit your butt on the wave. Like you use the front thigh, if your goofy foot would be this thigh, you use this thigh to trim on top of the water, just like your surfboard or like your body would when you're body surfing. So you want to sit on that, and you can either poke your butt out or pull your butt in. This would give you more speed, this would slow you down more. So those are two like really big points that I like to use, is like you use this leg and your butt cheek to actually be a brake or gas pedal in theory. And that being said, you can lean further back too to slow down, and that's where you'll be sitting on the wall, and then you'll lean forward and release from the wall to gain more speed and get down the line. Also, grabbing point is usually like right about at the heel of your front foot. You don't want to grab too far back or too far forward, but you know, it's generally right there at your heel, maybe a little bit further back, and you can kind of use that hand to lift up on your rail, so that way it can give you a little bit more speed as well, and it'll help you handle drops a little bit better too. So those are some of the big pointers I have. Don't forget, keep your hips square with the front of your surfboard. That's the best tip I could give. And everything starts with your head and works downwards. So go out there, go give it a Shralp, get off YouTube, go surf. Thanks for watching another episode. If there's something that I missed, comments, something you liked, comments, I want to hear about it. Like, subscribe too, is always great. And tune back in next week for another episode of Shralp. So catch you guys later.